And not every extra wants to be a star. I just love doing what I'm doing. I feel very privileged.
On Doc Martin, the village of Port Wen is filled with people. They're actors known as supporting artists, or SAs. I'm Eric Luskin from American Public Television. In our Season 7 podcast number 5, we hear from some of the folks whose sole purpose on set is to be in the background. And we'll venture outside of the real village of Port Isaac to a nearby farm where some of the Port Wen areas are filmed. Bridget Lee is a woman you may have seen in passing on the streets of Port Wen, just strolling down the street.
I must admit, before I started doing SA work, I didn't realise. I just thought they were members of the public walking by or serving people, things like that. But basically, we're just directed, and we just do what we're told, really. You've just got to keep your eye open. When you get the nod, you do your thing, and that's it, really. I find it quite easy and very enjoyable. And the thing about this shoot is it's so nice. Everyone's so friendly. I enjoy seeing how things are put together, looking at the camera to see how things are directed, watch the actors work, practice their lines. It's great when you do a scene and then you wait a long time, and when it finally comes on the screen, it's just so nice to see how it's all put together, how it's come out. It's just really great fun.
I'm involved in the standing in front of the cameras industry.
William Matos is a local actor who fills in his schedule with SA work.
I initially started doing supporting artist work to get experience. Well, my long-term goal is just to do lots of different types of work that are interesting and varied. And I've always said, let's try not to do anything for money that we wouldn't have done anyway. One day it might stop working out and I might have to get a proper job, but so far I'm okay.
David Langley and his family live on a farm located about 30 minutes from Port Isaac. They now raise livestock on their 235 acres, which includes magnificent fields as well as woodlands and streams. Langley has known Doc Martin location manager Johnny Bamford since their early school days.
He got on to me the other day and asked if he could use parts of the farm as this film set, yes.
And I suppose that's something you had to agree to.
Well, it's very interesting, and it's a diversity in your lifetime, so yes, it's good.
Were there any special accommodations that you had to provide?
Not really, just make sure the livestock were out of the way, and that's about it.
And are you familiar with that part of the stream and woods that they're shooting in this morning?
Oh yes, very much so. When I get time, we usually extract a bit of firewood from the woods when we have a fallen tree, etc. And of course, sometimes you get straying stock and all that sort of thing. So I've trod most of the woodland here, I think.
Cornwall is an area where many different films and television shows are shot. Poldark has recently been in production nearby, so that creates lots of opportunities for landowners as well as for supporting artists. Bridget Lee.
You get to be someone different, get to look different, feel different, be different.
Doc Martin is broadcast in the U.S. on public television. Check your local listings. Doc Martin DVDs are available at retail.